We now welcome author Alon Penzel joining us from London. So Alon, we've chatted before, the first time Amazon took issue with your book. Now, after reversing its initial decision to blacklist your work, it says the advert for your book does not comply with creative acceptance policies. It's been restricted due to current events. What exactly does that mean? What is going on?
Thank you for having me again. Unfortunately, we're here again because Amazon has decided to basically blacklist the advertisement now due to current events. What do current events mean? What has been violated right now? We don't know. We don't know what the reasoning is. Again, we were trying to get more information, to get some more elaborated and specified details of what the decision was about, but we never got them. And unfortunately, here we are again with the same situation. Luckily now that the book is still available, Testimonies Without Boundaries is available on Amazon, but they did not approve the advertisement, citing current events. What are current events? And in my opinion, having so many hostages in Gaza means that we need the advertisement and the book out in the world as much as possible. These are the current events that we should be referring to.
And how important it is right now for survivors, their testimonies that you are outlining in that book to be made public. It is so bizarre to think that the advert is now offensive. But when the book was first blacklisted and you were told the work had violated Amazon's company guidelines, did you ever get any further explanation about their concerns back then?
Never got any explanation, only changed their decision, probably due to press coverage, and we're trying to convince them to change their decision, and they did, but they never gave us any explanation as for why it had been blacklisted initially and why they decided to reverse their decision. And now they're coming up with another blacklisting now of the advertisement. And maybe this is the place to call upon everyone who's watching us right now. Maybe the sweet revenge, that we can take is just make sure we get out the message in the book and the testimonies of the survivors and our heroes out in the world as much as possible. Get the book, distribute it, make sure your neighbors know it. It has to be found in every house around the world. And what I believe is happening, and they're trying to silence us, and we will not stay silent. We will speak up.
And Alon, I understand you're addressing the British Parliament and the House of Lords shortly. Tell us how that happened, and briefly, what will your message be?
So I did address the House of Lords, and I spoke to parliaments and lords, and it was important for me to convey the message that it is important to commemorate our brothers and sisters who were slaughtered on October 7th, and on the same time we have to remember that Israel will prevail and that we will overcome the tragedy that happened to us. Unfortunately, they killed many of us on October 7th. They murdered many of us. They took many of us hostage, but they were trying to also take our spirit away, break us. They will never do it. We'll stay strong. We are standing strong. I made sure that the parliament members and the lords understand that we're sitting here, in the very honorable place, but there are over 100 hostages who are currently being held in captive in Gaza, in tunnels, suffering every day, and we have to bring them back as soon as possible, and there is no time. And this is the message that I was conveying to them, as long as make sure that the testimonies are held, make sure that we fight worldwide denial and also anti-Semitism as a direct consequence of it. I was making sure they understand how important this mission is.